Marvel Studios grew from the trenches, on a brink of financial collapse. Now look at them. Expanding like the universe, growing and growing. Now, while the scale is booming, the quality is inevitably collapsing. Kevin Feige and Disney execs are pushing too many projects in our faces. So let's go back to the simpler days, back to the era of... Starting off with number 1 is ShangChi. Yes, you heard me right. Stan Lee, back in 2005, was in talks of making a film on ShangChi, which was supposed to take place in Phase 1 of the MCU. The idea was scrapped and delayed until Phase 4. Imagine what we could have gotten back then. Before the MCU, which kicked off with Iron Man, Marvel already had plans to incorporate their franchise into a shared universe, which would have featured the existing characters from the early 2000s. Other films in the lineup would have included Nick Fury, Silver Surfer, Iron Man 2005, Captain America, and a Deathlock movie. A sequel to Sam Raimi's SpiderMan. A SpiderMan 4 was in the works, as most of you already know would have included the Vulture and Mysterio. However, due to the mixed reception of the third installment and Sony pressuring Raimi to get the movie done at a rapid pace, which made him uncomfortable, the movie was scrapped. Too bad. Speaking of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, Marvel was also thinking of making a Venom spin-off back in 2007. It is unclear whether they wanted a Topher Grace film or something else entirely. Regardless, the idea was delayed until we got 2018's Venom with Tom Hardy. Speaking of Spider-Man, Sony, as most of you already know, wanted to make a sequel to The Amazing Spider-Man 2, as well as a spin-off film, Sinister Six. Both were put off the shelves due to the mixed reactions of the previous film. Sony then wanted to combine Spider-Man with the MCU, and that is when we got Tom Holland to take on the role. The rest is history. A sequel to Daredevil. No, not Charlie Cox's Daredevil. A sequel to Daredevil from 2003 was in development until the idea was inevitably scrapped due to the bad reception of the original. The sequel would be based on the Born Again storyline. I suppose we can thank the Lord for not heading in that direction and achieving the concurrent masterpiece instead. Hulk. The sequel to the 2003 Hulk was in development too, but light never shined on this project due to a mix of bad reception to the original and creative problems during pre-production. However, elements of the sequel's plot were put in the rebooted film in 2008, The Incredible Hulk. Marvel took over production in 2006 when Universal didn't meet production deadlines, and Ang Lee, the director of 2003 Hulk, went on to direct Brokeback Mountain instead. A sequel to the 2004 Punisher was in the works. However, due to creative differences between Marvel and the Punisher actor Thomas Jane, as well as problems with the script, the movie was scrapped and we instead got Punisher: The War Zone. Some other cancelled films include X-Men Origins Magneto, a Fantastic Four 3 film, a sequel to 2015's Fantastic Four, Gambit, Silver and Black, Ghost Rider 3, New Mutants 2, Inhumans, and more. Which of the above-mentioned films would you have loved to see? Comment down below, and we will see you in our next video. Take care.